Hey guys, I just wanted to put up a quick video about my thoughts on the Ironman Cork course. Last weekend, I went down with a few of my athletes to do a recce of the course and just want to give a few thoughts while it's still in my head. Starting off with the swim. So the swim, it's a two-loop course, a straight in exit after the first lap. Temperature wise, it's quite cold at the moment. I could only last about 2 minutes in there before getting brain freeze and had to chicken out and get out. One of the other guys managed to get in 1500, 2k swim, but he's quite a hardy buck, so temperatures are very cold. If you haven't been in the open water yet, definitely get in, start acclimatizing to the water temperatures. Just get some open water practice. Don't let race day be the first time you get into the open water here in Ireland, because the temperatures are not warm. Second thing that's important after that is thinking about what the weather is going to be like on the day itself. If you're getting out after the 3.8k swim in cold water, big important factor is what you're going to have in your transition one bag in terms of clothing. If you get out on the bike very cold and you don't have the right clothing to help you warm up, your body's going to be using a lot of energy to try and heat itself up, and that energy is going to be drained from you. So having the right clothing choice available in T1 is going to be important, that you're not left freezing for the bike ride. It's a long time on the bike, so always have it in the transition bag. Whether you use it or not is a different story, but it's better to have it there than to not have it available to you. Before I went down, from what I've heard from other people and what I've read about it, I was expecting the worst in terms of road surface, but we went down and we rode the lap twice. We rode on the Saturday and the Sunday, and to be honest, it's a lot better than I expected in terms of road surface. There was one section that was under construction. It was loose gravel laid out, but they're due to be fixing it actually kind of last week. They had signs out saying they're going to be fixing it last week. So apart from that, the road surface is kind of general Irish roads. Potholes wise, there's nothing that you haven't ridden on before, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that. The course itself, two 90k loops. It can be kind of broken down into three 30k sections. That the first 30 kilometers is kind of your faster section. So you're heading out of Youghal, heading towards Middleton. You've got a Cloyne and Middleton. You've got a first 30 kilometers is kind of quite fast, flat, and some downhill sections. The middle 30 kilometers then is when you kind of hit some draggy, kind of rougher roads, quite draggy, a little bit slower. And then the last 30 kilometers, probably the most challenging 30 kilometers of the course, where you've got some steeper climbs, some longer drags, and at the end of the lap finishing off with Windmill Hill, which again, it's a very short climb, 400 meters in length, but maxing out at 22% gradient. It's very steep, and it's going to be a challenge to get up there. So advice on the bike course and for the type of climbing that's in it, particularly Windmill Hill, is making sure that you have the right gearing ratio on your bike. So if you're riding, I definitely recommend at least a 28 on the back, because getting up to 22%, you want to have enough room there to be able to get up and get over the hill, trying to minimize the risk of having to get off and walk up it. Remember now, it comes at the end of each lap, so at the end of 90k and the end of the 180k, you've got to do it twice. So just be prepared, knowing that you're approaching the climb on a flat road and in a sharp right, and you're going to be straight into it. So making sure that you're prepared and in the right gear when you get onto the climb, because if you're in the wrong gear, there's a high chance that you're going to have to get off, and it's very hard to get going again. You'll have to walk it. So tough challenging bike course. When we rode it, it was a lovely sunny day, but the wind, you're kind of into the headwind for the majority of the course, and also there's very little. It's quite a slow course in terms of there's very few sections of road where you can gather and maintain momentum. You tend to be on a drag or on a steep climb, and then when you get up and over and when you descend and start picking up some speed, usually it's kind of cut short and you're into another drag as well. So there's kind of minimum areas where you're going to be kind of going at a decent clip. So tough challenging bike course, but I think that's one of the attractions to doing the Ironman Cork. Onto the run course then. So run course, 4-loop course, running out of transition, you're going to be running up drag, up and over the drag, and then down into the town, looping around, and then back up that drag and back down into transition. So I think over the 4 loops, you're going to cover about 200 meters plus of elevation. So again, not a hilly bike course, but covering that amount of elevation over the marathon is definitely going to be tough on the run after a challenging bike. So just be prepared for that drag and that climb going up on the way out and going back up it on the way back into transition. So you're going to be going up and down that twice each lap. So just to be prepared for that. If you haven't been down to do a course recce, you still have a few weeks to do it. Definitely massive advantage going down, knowing the course before you race it on the day. So take any chance you can, that will give you a advantage over anyone that's coming abroad to race it or that hasn't been down and done a course recce. So definitely get down there, familiarise yourself with the layout, get into the water, see how the temperature is, get out and ride at least a loop of the course, and get out and have an experience the run course coming out of transition into the town and back in. Hopefully then the last few weeks now leading into it, starting to fine tune your training sessions. So I'll be down there myself for the weekend. I'm not racing it this year unfortunately, but I'm looking forward to cheering everyone on who's racing it. So hopefully I'll see you out there, and best of luck.